Yeah.
So what is it that you actually do with your law firm? What were you doing before Beilal? Because I know you're the chief legal counsel for Beilal, but I also know you have your own practice. What is it that you do?
Yeah, I've been a business attorney essentially for the last 5 years. I moved here from Detroit, and I speak, read, and write Arabic. And I did some market research and found that there was a bunch of Arabic-speaking businesses, but not a single Arabic-speaking business attorney. So I packed up, took my little bit of money, and moved out here and passed the bar exam, and literally went from store to store. I speak the language, and I took care of everybody, and they repeat clients and small businesses. I grew up in a small business in East Detroit at a gas station, 10 years. Had my own shift when I was 12 years old, and so I'm all about small business. I know the importance of small business to grassroots level, community level. It's so important to have small businesses, and now there's so many sole proprietors, right? People think, oh, even if you have a 9-to-5 job, but individuals now are considered businesses because of the opportunities that Web3 is creating. In that regard, I want to make sure that they're protected and they have the tools and resources and access to an attorney that they need to navigate that whole infrastructure of business, the whole business side. Because there's some amazing artists that have to defer the whole business side to someone else, and 9 times out of 10 that situation doesn't end well.
Right. Let's integrate the Web3. What is Web3?
So Web 1 per se was the ability for me to send you an instant message. Okay. Web 2 was what we've been experiencing, which is search engines and social media and all of that. Web 3 is going to be all of that on steroids, and being able to interact in a way, especially with the new technologies that have been developing and coming out. Like, you might be able to buy, something that's like, all right, bloop. And then if you want to see Drake perform live, you just turn it on and the hologram of Drake comes up. And yeah, that's where we're going. That's definitely where we're going. Like, that's where we're at. It's the metaverse. It's like a whole different reality. And there's a lot of like ethical debates, obviously, that come along with that. And we have to be mindful of certain things. But it's exciting that the world is able to come together in this space like never before.
So is Web3 and the metaverse the same thing?
Yeah, you could think about it as the same thing. And the scary part is how many people were left out of the internet to this day that are outside of that realm, that cannot make money in that realm, can't make friends in that realm, can't build communities, aren't in any forums in that realm. So my biggest concern, and I think everyone's concern, should be to get everybody in this new realm, even if they're not diving in head first, and put your toes in first and see what it's about, because you don't want to get left behind, especially marginalized communities, because this is an opportunity where some kid in Zimbabwe that barely has an internet connection can actually make money, which is like huge.
Right.
And it doesn't take him, doing any service-based thing or a low amount of money. No, they can create their own project and sell it and become a millionaire
on the world market, and he doesn't have to get third world wages.
Exactly.
So it's basically decentralizing poverty and poverty.
That's how I see it. It's hard to look at it differently. After you see that and realize it, it's hard to look at it differently.
Yeah, because I've been seeing children making NFTs and millions of dollars, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds doing. So I do see there's a future.
Yeah, this like 12-year-old girl, I think from Boston, she made these like beluga whales, and her whole project was like a nonprofit purpose, so to help save beluga whales that are about to be extinct. And me and my wife bought one. It was like $30. Like, we bought a couple, and it's like a donation. It's a good cause. You're not dealing with a predatory company. You're dealing with a 14-year-old girl. That cash is safe. You're pretty certain that they're going to take it and do the right thing with it. And you get a cool NFT to go with it that is scarce and could also increase over time.
So what do you do, say, and I don't want to know your personal business per se, but do you just own 25 different NFTs and you just wait for them to go up, like how different people own stocks or different other tools, financial tools? Is it something like that, or is it something that's a little bit more interactive? Or
Let me give you an example. I mean, I'm not heavily invested in anything really, but like me and my wife, we bought this. It was like a $300 NFT from the History Channel, and they did this like random generation, and they said, all right, of these 10,000, 1,000 of them are super rare, and you'll find out by checking your wallet at this time to see if you got the right one. Because before we just bought it without knowing what we were gonna get, which is crazy, right? But we got it, and we got this like Elon Musk now. So we spent 300 on it, and it turned out to be we got one of the rare ones. So it's like worth like 15,000. And I mean, like to us, it's like, you know, we hit a lick, we got lucky.
right.
But there are projects that are, you know, you got to look at the project. Every project is different, right? Every single you got to look at the white paper. The white paper is like the roadmap. It tells you what the project is, what it's gonna be, who the team is, where they're located. There's so many people getting got too. So like this guy spent $2 million on something that he thought he had the license rights for. He said, "Oh, $2 million, it's a great investment because I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna license it out." He should have read the fine print. In the copyright section, it tells you what you can and cannot do with this. And in most instances, it's only limited for personal use, meaning you can buy it, you can use it, you can put it as your profile pic, you could trade it. But once you get into that commercial use category of licensing it out or using it to promote a business or whatever the case may be, that's when you're going to get sued.